to this, our first episode of our Halloween bonanza. And if you, like me, can't wait, then this first episode is going to be perfect. It has wonderful, wholesome things like carnivals, clowns, and cannibalism. And because of all these themes, I am wearing my cute but psycho t-shirt today, just because of the video we are going to be doing. You've got to be dressed for the occasion, right? This is an ARC review of a book that is right up my alley called Jigglyspot and the Zero Intellect. And as I said, this is an ARC review, there will be no spoilers, and this book comes out on the 31st of October. And I can't think of a better book to start our Halloween trail than this one. It's got the lot, and I couldn't put it down. I loved it. So let's begin with the story outline and see if this one is for you. Carnivals, cannibals and clowns, oh my! Meet Jigglyspot, a 5-foot-tall, half-human, half-warlock carnival clown who spends his free time moonlighting as a drug-dealing pimp and lackey for demonic entities who prey on the weak and vulnerable, casting their dark shadow across humanity through manipulation and fear. Jigglyspot was selected to serve as the event coordinator for 2019's Summer Solstice celebration at the prestigious Cannibal Cafe. A celebration that brings together both demon and human alike. But with less than 2 weeks before the celebration, Jigglyspot's got so much to do and little time to do it, and the feds are hot on his tail. Between securing new recruits for demonic possession, choosing fresh bodies to slice and dice for dinner, and the fact that his girlfriend Kira is eating up most of his time, Jiggly's at his wit's end. Hopefully those demons appreciate all his sacrifices. Hopefully, but unlikely. Those demons can be hell to deal with. Jigglyspot knows he's been dealing with them for decades. Will he rise above, or will tragedy and mayhem lead to dire discoveries poisoned with manipulation and betrayal that will ultimately destroy all Jigglyspot holds dear? So, discover Jigglyspot and his cast of clowns, killers, demons and wretched fiends in a novel like you've never experienced. Horror, mayhem, thrills, chills, fantasy and spoils are waiting for your reading eyes with an escape into the underworld of mind control and human slavery. Content warning. This book contains scenes with profound psychological suffering and graphically violent acts, behaviours, thoughts, deeds and ridicule. No one has been spared and no label is safe. Although we are proud to report no animals were harmed during the writing of this novel, so that's a good thing. Everyone else is fair game. After all, if you were a demon, what would you think of humanity? Now I know most ARC readers and normal readers as well, they often say you can't judge a book by its cover. But it's the cover of this book that got me interested in it in the first place. And I love this cover. I mean, it's perfect. It's got carousels, carnivals, clowns, death, weapons. This cover is what drew me to the outline, and the outline had me clicking to download the book. And to say that I couldn't put this down, it took a few days to read and it was all I could think about, because the writing of this is just delectable. It reminded me of the Stephen King books like Salem's Lot and The Stand, where there are a lot of intertwining lives but end up all mashed together like in a spider's web kind of thing, and they all come together at the end. And it's when those lives are brought together that things really become interesting. And this is one horror book, it kind of does a tasteful blending of it and Hellraiser, and it sticks the landing at the end, which some horror books just don't. Sorry, Stephen. Now, as I said, there will be no spoilers here, and I'm just going to give my overview of how I thought this book went. Now, Jigglyspot is a half-human, half-warlock, and he thinks of humans as stupid human scum or the Zero Intellect, which is where we get our title. But if you want a job done right, Jigglyspot is your guy. A methodical, murderous, cannibal clown who makes Pennywise look like he's skipping through a meadow singing the sound of music. He's an unredeemable, deviant bastard. And I love him for it. Now, it's fallen to him to organise this summer solstice at the Cannibal Cafe, and the summer solstice is where the barrier between worlds is at its thinnest. So things can creep in and things can creep out, And Jigglyspot's got to keep a hold on the whole thing and make sure nothing goes wrong. But when you have a horde of demons, each with their own agenda, throw in the human element and throw in catering that has to be just perfectly divine, then some sacrifices have to be made. But Jiggly is determined that it won't be him. He has planned this perfectly. He has a plan A, he has a plan B. If he worked in an office, he would be the secretary to the managers, which he kind of is, but in a more deviant way. You might ask, why do I like this character? He eats people, he manipulates people, he steals people, he does human trafficking, and just because it is so diabolically deranged, it's such a blast to read. I found myself equally disgusted by him and loving every minute that he was on the page. But Jiggly is not our only character. We have a horde of characters to go through, whether it be Tyler, who has his own demons to face, Special Agent John Mills, who might get closer to the truth than he actually envisaged in the first place, and Lily, Cassandra, and Sharon, who all want the perfect life of fame, fortune and love, but really how far will they go individually to achieve it? So for me, this book gets the plethora of 5 stars because there is not one criticism I can level at it. And that annoys me because it seems disingenuous, but I can't praise this book enough. But do take heed of the trigger warnings. This is a horror book dealing with cannibalism, demon possession, and it is disgusting in detail. You might not want to have your dinner while you read it. Let's just say it. But if you can get past all those things, then this is the perfect Halloween book for you. As soon as it comes out, I am going to be getting it. That's how much I loved it. I want it on my shelf, even though I have it on my Kindle. So if you are a big fan of horror, or if you just want to get a little bit creeped out this Halloween, I cannot recommend this book enough. As I said, it doesn't come out until the 31st of October, and when it does, I will be putting a link below down to the selling page of it. So if you like this video, please do the like, subscribe, comment Trinity, and let me know what you think for this, our first video for our Halloween bonanza. And stay tuned, there will be one video every day. Every day at 6 PM GMT, there will be a brand new Halloween video. Whether it be more ARC reviews, just general book reviews, poetry, fairy tale and folklore, perfect for Halloween. I'm just so happy that you are here with me. And as always, keep your spooky selves reading.